I tell you, I've had a busy morning. I've been doing readings all morning, and now it's time for a break. Today we're going to talk about some really cool stuff, so just hang with us. But before we get into all that stuff, we're going to go have some lunch and chill out a little while. And then when we get back home, we're going to talk about the magic of the crystal ball, how to use it for spiritual development. So definitely hang with us. I think while we're here, we'll pop over and pay a visit to the shrine of the Great Stone Mother, the Holy Stone Mother Goddess Shrine. And here we are. This is, for those of you who are new here, is a sacred place. I've consecrated it as a Wiccan shrine. Now, it's actually what it was created to be was a memorial to a mill that used to be in this area. And that's an antique stone, a millstone from the mill from 1860s. But for those of you who study paganism, you'll know that the ancient peoples saw the stones. There would oftentimes be stones with natural holes. They were considered signs of the mother, the ancient earth mother, the stone goddess. And so they became known as holy stones. Not holy in the sense of sacred, though it could mean that, but holy, H-O-L-E-Y, meaning a stone with a hole. So we're at the stone shrine. I did a whole ritual, you can look it up in my queue, but where we consecrate this. So this is now a sacred Wiccan site. And look at the beautiful, by the way, look at the beautiful flowers here. Is this amazing? This has a color of like Scottish heather. I don't think it's Scottish heather, but it's pretty. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that tree. Oh, it's lovely. Now see, isn't that amazing? Like, notice how the branch, it's like reaching out. And magic, this proves magic because I created an energy field here around this. I consecrated it, put power in it, and it's almost like this branch is trying to reach over and draw power. Things in the earth are all connected, and this is a mistake that a lot of people think. They think the humankind and material things are just here with just random reality. But the fact is there's an energy flow that exists through all of life. So the energy we've opened up here at this sacred place is also influencing the plants. And so this branch is literally reaching out to this sacred energy. Isn't that wonderful? This hopefully will give you a sense of the size. This is a rather large stone. And anyways, it's kind of hard sometimes to tell when you're looking at a video the size of something without some perspective. So here I am right in front of the stone mother. And what's interesting is that the stone, I believe it's made of granite. And granite has a lot of quartz within it. So this is actually a supercharged, electrically charged stone. The ancients, what they would do is many times be walking along the beach or walking in nature, and they would find stones that look similar to this that were just naturally holed. So this actually is not a naturally holed stone, but it is a stone with a hole and looks very much like those sacred stones. So we've offered it to the Great Mother and consecrated it. So there you go. There's a little lesson on the Holy Stone Mother. And so I think we'll do an invocation while we're here. Holy Stone Mother, Blessed Mother of the Earth, we invoke you now. We seek your grace, your guidance, and your power. I pray for all of my YouTubers and followers on Instagram and TikTok and wherever they may be around the world, that today your grounding, balancing earth energies will help them all. May we all be under your protection, and may we be mindful of the sacred energies of the earth. Bless us all with prosperity, peace, and good health. So mote it be. So mote it be. Wasn't that cool? That's one of the wonderful things about the Wiccan faith is that it teaches you to see mystery and magic that's all around you. And so many times we don't even realize it. But Wicca helps us to find the truth of the universe or the cosmos and our place within it. All right, Tubies, here we are at Shooter McGee's, and you know what Psychic Bob always says. Any restaurant that puts a pentagram outside their door has got my vote, so I'm all for it. Let's go have an awesome lunch. Oops, gotta put on my mask. Well, Tubies, I'm at Shooter's. Oh my gosh, Psychic Bob's having the best time. And look what I got today. Oh my gosh, the big cheese steak with tater tots and a cold Coke. Psychic Bob be living like a king. I'm the king. Crown me, baby. These tater tots are so good. Little ketchup. Psychic Bob loves it. Well, Tubies, that was a great lunch. I'm out walking home, and check this out. Our Sun Lord is blazing today. Hail to the Sun Lord. Hail. All right, well, we're going to go home, and we're going to talk about the mystery and magic of the crystal ball. So hang with us. By the way, I want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you who came out to yesterday's video. Well, we did a live stream, Messages from the Spirit World. So if you didn't see that, check it out. It's in the queue right before this one. We had a lot of fascinating questions and some really good spirit communication and messages. So definitely see that. And by the way, while we're at it, since you're on YouTube, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Give me a like, give me a favorite, thumbs up, share this video with your friends, and make sure to hit subscribe because we'd love you to be part of our channel. Alright, Tubies, Lord Iceon is home. And today we're going to talk about something very powerful and mystical. We're talking about the magic of the crystal ball. And I wanted to read to you a little bit from this book today, Secrets of the Crystal Silence League. On the front is a man, Claude Alexander Conlon. That's actually a picture of what he looked like. He was a famous psychic back in the 1920s through the 1950s. And he worked with crystal balls, and he developed a group called the Crystal Silence League because he believes that that when you work with a crystal, you enter into the mystery of the silence. And I understand this because having worked with a crystal before, there is an experience where you go into the crystal and it's like the world around you fades and you're in the crystal silence. So he formed a group to work and explore magic with the crystal called Secrets. Well, the group's called the Crystal Silence League. And the order died out in 1954 when he died. It just didn't really continue. And then in 2009, a group of mystics got together and reconstituted and reformed the Crystal Silence League. So this book is a selection of Alexander's writings and some modern day interpretations as well. So highly recommend it. So let's take a look at this. On the back of this book, they give a brief idea of the work of the Crystal Silence League. So let's take a look at this. There again is the picture of Alexander Conlon, and he says, Dedicants of the Crystal Silence League both send thoughts and prayers of joy, health, strength, love, success, and protection to those, to all, and in return receive the fruits of mutually supported prayer. And he goes on and writes here on the back, if you're able, join our worldwide band when your view of the sun is morning fresh, and again at night as nighttime falls. As the earth speeds and spins around the sun, so do the hours succeed one another around this busy globe. As one mind finishes the prayer, another takes it up, always moving westward, steadily westward. A touch of mind passed in a torch of mind, passed in a relay race of love and purpose and will. Catch the thoughts among those from the east each morning and send your thoughts to those abiding in the west each night. Now is the hour. Let us work for results now. Isn't that amazing? So basically what he's saying is that the work of the Crystal Silence League is to use the crystal to receive prayer that's coming your direction, to capture it, add your prayers to it, and send it on. I think that is a beautiful spiritual work. So let's look at the crystal balls and talk about how that tool is used in this work. Now, what's really cool in this book is they talk about different types of crystal balls that you can use. Now, the one that I am working with today predominantly is going to be the crystal, the clear crystal. This is kind of the most classic. So let's see what Alexander Conlon has to say about the clear crystal. And here's the chapter on the crystal ball. And he says, select a crystal ball that is either comfortable to hold in your hand, around a 2-inch palm ball, or one that will remain on a stand around 3 inches. This is a 3-inch ball here. This is in millimeters, it's 80 millimeter ball, but it's 3 inches in size. Okay. A crystal ball carved from plain or patterned semi-precious stone may eventually prove of value to in your work. But for now, I would like you to acquire for yourself a simple sphere of crystal glass. And that's what this is. This is crystalline glass here. Okay. If you wish to focus on works of a singular kind, you may select a color that resonates and harmonizes with your thoughts. Here are some favorites. And they give listing, but here it says about the clear crystal, it says, clear crystal, the universal sender and receiver. This is the ideal all-purpose crystal ball and the easiest to work with in a variety of circumstances. Let not its clarity deceive you. However, it is the greatest ball for long distance work. So if you're going to work on like transmitting energy and thoughts and healing through the crystal, he's saying use a clear crystal ball, okay? Now my other ball is a black crystal ball. And so let's see what he says about the black crystal. So in our book, Secrets of the Crystal Silence League, talks about the black crystal. So there's my black crystal. This also is an 80 millimeter ball. So both of my balls match in size. Black crystal. Just as darkness follows daylight, so does the midnight crystal absorb all negatives and reverse all evil. The ultimate receiver, nothing escapes its sable imprisonment. As a cinder, it demands the exercise of masterful will. So basically what that means is the black crystal is great for protective purposes. If you have evil people sending energy, this ball is very protective. And because it has a magnetic quality, it will draw to itself the ability to have visions. So this ball, though, to send out energy to others is not the best ball. It's better to use a clear crystal. But anyways, you have the choice, clear crystal or black crystal. And actually there are many other crystals which I won't go through. There are blue crystals and red and green and amber colored. He goes through all these in purple. But these two I think are probably the most predominant of the crystal colors for the type of work the Crystal League does. So, for example, the way that the Crystal Silence League works is you want to get your crystal ball and, after you set it in a place where you can sit and focus, basically what you do is in the early morning, you sit in your early rise, you sit as the sun rises and you tune into the crystal, and basically you'll start to receive images or things that are coming through. And these are prayers that are needed. The Crystal Silence League sends energy always flowing from the east to the west. So stuff will be coming over from, the Eastern world. And you might see an image of, for example, somebody in a hospital. And you think, oh, I don't know who that is. And it's nobody that you know. But that could be a prayer coming in that somebody needs healing that's in the hospital. So what you would do as a member of the Crystal Silence League is receive that image and then offer prayer and project it through the crystal and send it out. And in the evening, you do the same thing. So twice a day, you sit with your crystal just for a few minutes to see what's coming in. You might think of the crystal as almost like a television receiver or a computer interface where you receive stuff from the ethers rather than from the internet. And that is a spiritual energy that's coming through. And so you take it, and if you saw somebody, for example, in the hospital bed, maybe you wouldn't know their name or who they are, but you would say, I ask the Great Spirit to send blessings to those in illness and need, and all who have called upon the Crystal Silence League for healing and blessing. I send out now my blessing and prayer of healing for you. And then that transmits through the crystal into the greater cosmos. And in doing this, you're actually, really doing a spiritual work of mercy, of kindness. And I think that Alexander was amazing to create the Crystal Silence League. So I'm going to actually get involved with this, because when you go to their website, by the way, let me find the book here. Hold on a second. Okay, here it is. I found my book. The website you might want to visit to read more about this is called crystalsilenceleague.org. crystalsilenceleague.org. And I was over on the site. I thought you were supposed to sign up to be a member. I don't see actual sign up to be a member. I think you just start doing the work and you're affiliated with it. There are prayers over there which you can print out or just read off your screen that can get you started on the work. So like today, I'm going to go pick up a new batch of prayers. And tonight when I sit with my crystal, I'm going to send prayers out for all who have requested prayer. So I think that the Crystal Silence League is doing a wonderful work, and I would really encourage you to explore it. Now, if you go to that website I recommended, you can also buy this book over there, Secrets of the Crystal Silence League. And I really recommend, if you want to do work with the crystal, that you get this, because not only does it just tell about the league, it actually gives exercises and lessons of many, many ways to work with the crystal. Now, I've only just briefly touched in on it, but there's a lot more. Here's meditation instructions, okay? Psychic intuition, developing your abilities, it talks about the different ways to use the crystal, whether sending energy or receiving the energy or using it for healing or blessing. Here's about mediumship, which is spirit communication. And the artwork is really great, and it's a very 1920s style graphics, which makes it really fascinating. Here's about self-cure for habits and morbid notions, how to calm your mind, silent influence of the application of thought. I mean, it's really a lot into this. It's a thin little book, but golly gee, it's got a lot in it. So I'm fascinated. I'm going to start doing some work with the Crystal Silence League. I'm going to try to reach a hold of them to find out if you actually have to formally sign up. But it sounds like from the website, just start doing the work and you'll be a member already. They consider you a member by simply working with the crystal and doing the prayers that are on the site. So anyway, something for you guys to think about. So also, just real quick, so yes, I would recommend, if you're starting out with the crystal ball, to use a clear crystal. I do think I agree with Alexander that it's the best for this type of work. But for some of you, you may find that working with the black crystal also gives you a profound spiritual experience. So if you're somebody who's very nervous, like you're high strung and afraid of spirit activity and communication, you might want to actually start with the black crystal, because it protects you from any negative influence. And it's a great receptor. You'll be able to get a lot of visions in it. It is, as they say in the book, a little harder to send energy to people, but it is a powerful crystal. So whether you use a black crystal or a clear crystal, I really think that these are a wonderful mystical tools, and I'm really looking forward to being part of the Crystal Silence League. So remember, in the morning and evening, sit, receive, see what comes, and then add your intentions. If you have a list of prayers off the website, add those to it as well, and then transmit it out into the cosmos. And I'm telling you, you'll see a lot of blessings in your own life as a result of this work. So there you go. Well, Tubies, I've had such a fun time hanging out with you today. I hope you've enjoyed our Wiccan Wednesday. And let me know in the box below, have you ever worked with either a crystal ball or with the Crystal Silence League? I would love to hear your thoughts. Put your comments below. And make sure to give me thumbs up and smash that like button. Well, guys, as I said, it's been so much fun. Listen, make sure to go over to my website, PsychicBob.com, and register for this Saturday's Psychic Development class. You can read about it over there, but we're going to have a class at 12 noon Eastern Time on Zoom, and it's only $30. It's 2 hours of training in psychic development, and we're going to focus this week on sacred geometry and explore that. So I'd love for you guys to come out and join us for that. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for Vlog Thursday. And until then, I am out of here.